Hey, it's Cody from Sheridan Street. I was having a conversation with one of our clients the other day who was struggling to book in-person meetings, and we went through this framework. We went through the two frameworks to set in-person meetings, and he immediately, right after we did this training, booked two in-person meetings using the frame. This frame absolutely works. Some of our top clients are booking 4 to 6 in-person meetings out of 10 live transfers. So important that we understand how to use this frame and that we use it 100% of the time on all the live transfer calls that we receive. So I'm going to walk you through a quick few things that we walked through on this sales call, the sales training call. We listened to some live transfer calls and we figured out why he was struggling to book in-person meetings. The first thing, and everything we cover here, when you get the initial call, take over from the ISA, do your best to slow down the call. This is what we call intent listening. So it's so important that you understand when somebody says that they're looking to downsize or somebody says that it's important that they have a big backyard, that you ask the question why. Asking good questions gets you good answers. So the first is intent listening. The second is asking good questions. So what you want to find out their specific area, and then you want to find out why that's important to them. You want to know their family and work structure. You want to know important criteria. You're probably generally really great at asking good questions, but you want them to do the majority of the talking. Your opportunity to educate is going to be in the in-person meeting. And I'm going to explain to you how you get to that in-person meeting. If you follow this script, there is no reason why you can't book 3 to 6 in-person meetings out of 10 live transfers. Top clients are doing it. So I'm going to go through really quickly. Like I said, the first thing that you need to consider is intent listening. When you get that live transfer call, you need to ask a series of more questions to understand what they're looking for, build rapport fast, get to know them on a deep level, their family, their work structure. Ask good questions. If they say they're looking to downsize, you could even ask questions like, oh, do your kids go to school? Or where do your kids go to university? Do you have kids? Like, asking good questions is going to get you great answers. It's going to allow you to go deeper quicker. So first, like I said, intent listening. Second thing that you need to consider is asking good questions. When we get to the point where we want to open up the conversation to ask for the in-person meeting, here's how you do it. Permission-based question. So important, if you don't mind me asking. So I always try to use the prospect's name multiple times throughout the call. So say, for example, I'm talking to Tom. He's looking to downsize. I'm going to say, Tom, if you don't mind me asking, has anyone taken the time to talk to you about the top 3 things that you need to consider in order to win in the market when you are ready to buy? Hear my tonality? It's so important that you watch your tone. But the other important element that you need to consider is you need to ask this question. Asking for the in-person meeting without this question makes no sense, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to take the sales resistance, because if you just ask for a meeting, they're going to assume that you just want them to buy. That's the whole reason you're there. You're there to educate. You're going to trigger sales resistance if you ask for the meeting prior to asking this question. Because what you're going to say is, has anyone taken the time, Tom, to walk you through the top 3 things that you need to consider in order to win in the market when you are ready to buy? They're going to say no, because the vast majority of agents don't want to educate, but you're different, and that's why you're here. You're then going to follow it up with, okay, Tom, why don't we set up a time to meet at a coffee shop on me? We'll meet at Starbucks. And before the coffee gets cold, what I'll do is I'll walk you through the top 3 things that you need to consider to help you make an informed and intelligent decision when you are ready to buy. Do weekdays or weekends work better for you? Or do mornings or afternoons work better for you? You want to end with a sorting question because you want to make it really easy for them to choose that next step. This process, I'm telling you, if you use this script, if you use this framework, it 100% does work, because all other ways of trying to book the in-person meeting creates sales resistance. We're trying to reduce sales resistance, and that is through education, because no one wants to make an uninformed and an unintelligent decision. And this framework, if presented properly, will get you the in-person meeting. So I highly implore you, use this script and book more in-person meetings. Me and Sharon Servatza, president of Real, have worked on this script. I've trained and listened to thousands of calls with real estate agents and teams. The people that use this script win, and I want you to be one of those people that win. So use the script. We'll see you soon.